Welcome to Boats and Homes. Today I decided to do a quick little open vlog, kind of an introduction of myself, kind of show what I do and also what I call my secondary office out here, chilling out on the boat, coming out to the lake on a Thursday afternoon, especially being in real estate. I really don't have a work schedule. Obviously, I still do a lot of phone calls and I still do a lot of emails on a daily basis. And being able to just get away, either get out of my house or away from the office, and just get out on the water and still be able to do those same things makes it pretty easy. And as you can see, I'm out here today, just finally being able to get out on the water after what seemed like 2 weeks of just constant rain. It just never ended, and not being able to really enjoy being out on the water. But now today, now that it's a perfect sunny 75 degrees outside, and the water temperature is sitting at about 72 out here at Eastwood, figured what a perfect time to just kind of open it up and kind of just get behind the camera and just kind of talk and see what else everybody else wants to talk about, wants to hear me talk about, really, in a general sense. But the good thing here, coming out here to Eastwood, I could be here in literally 15 minutes, and that's from leaving my house to getting to the actual boat ramps and getting everything unhooked and put into the water. But I always say the pros of this lake is that you don't really get a ton of boats out here, which is honestly kind of a good thing. You get to kind of come out here and park it and jump in the water and swim for a few minutes or whatever you may want to do, and just kind of just relax and get a nice little tan to yourself and do whatever. But obviously the cons are is it is a small reservoir, so you can't really go exploring too much. You can't really go far, so you're kind of just stuck to just being anchored up in one little area. But that's the good and bad. But at the same retrospect, kind of makes it kind of perfect for me to come out here and just get away, go swimming, and do my work for my real estate business. But also the point of this vlog too is to obviously introduce myself. I am a real estate agent in the Miami Valley area, licensed in Ohio. If you're also in the area and you're looking to buy or sell, especially in this market, I can definitely help you out with that. And also, if you're looking for a referral, you need an agent in another state, I can definitely help you out with that one too. And also, maybe if you just wanted some general information and you're thinking about moving to Ohio, especially if you're thinking about moving to the Miami Valley area, I can definitely help you out with that and answer any kind of questions, and definitely do kind of like a little video of the area. Do kind of my drive around and show you different areas and what I call my tips and tricks of being able to get around the Miami Valley. You can kind of hear I don't talk just about the Dayton area. Throughout my years of working at FedEx, you kind of learn just the whole area. I've done every route you can think of for Express. Everything's as north of Sydney, a little bit of Anna, going all the way to west, going out to Richmond, Indiana, and Brookville, Indiana, and all that area. And as south is Mason area, Liberty Township, almost into Cincinnati. And I've gone all the way out to obviously Wilmington, Sabina, Mechanicsburg, you name it. Going Springfield. I did a route in Springfield for many years. So I know all the areas are right around the whole Miami Valley. So that kind of gives me like a leg up on knowing you know, not necessarily the good areas, but the just the overall sense of what the areas are doing, and what would be a good fit for you, especially if you were thinking about either moving in the area or if you're thinking about moving to the area. You know, I know all the little small little pocket areas that are almost like people don't really know about, and all those all that in the general sense. But we can also on this channel talk about just everything else and what's going on in the world events. And my main part of this channel really honestly is really about boating and just real estate, but talking about boating in general, I can definitely tell you, especially after 6 years, 7 years of owning this boat and going every which way you can think of on different lakes in the area, predominantly Caesars and here at Eastwood. Obviously I've gone out to Brookville Lake in Indiana a couple different times. Really honestly the other big ones is obviously down in Kentucky, going down to Cumberland and going down to Norris and down to Tennessee. But the only one I haven't really gone to yet is Dale Hollow. I need to go there. But obviously the other one I really need to go to is I need to go over to Columbus and go over to Buckeye Lake. But hopefully I'll get the chance to finally do that this year, especially not being at FedEx anymore and having more of an open schedule and having more of the time to be able to really take this boat out and explore. But if you like this video and you want to hear more and listen to me talk about maybe more random stuff, hit that subscribe button, like this video, and we'll see where this goes. Have a good night.